nice crowd today.
That's right. All right, we are live. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Nelly of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me today for the first time live is Alex the Beer Master. Thanks for joining, Alex. We've got Jeremy Vincent from Arkansas.
Hey, guys.
We got Michael Kormaroff from Brooklyn, New York.
Good morning.
And we've got Ronald Terrio of Louisiana Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, and we'll go left to right on my screen anyway. That is Alex. You're up first, so tell us what you've got today.
I got a Narragansett coffee milk stout.
All right.
I think the head is like I think 2 or 3. I think I'm because it went down really quick here. And let's see here. Now I think it's time for the taste towns.
Well, we'll come back around to describe that, Alex. We said 5.3% alcohol for yours. Yeah. And most people know Narragansett from the New England area. It's currently brewed, I believe, at the Rochester, at the Genesee Brewery.
There you go.
So next we've got Jeremy. What stout do you have this morning, Jeremy?
Today I have the Wiseacre. Gotta get up to get down. Coffee milk stout. It's a brewery out of Memphis, Tennessee. It's a 5% ABV. So it's low alcohol content. You can drink these all day if you want to. IBU's 15. So
all right. That sounds awesome. That is a heck of a name for a stout. I love it.
Well, you got to get up to get down, and it's hard to get up this morning.
All right. So next we've got Michael Kormaroff. What stout are you drinking this morning?
I'm drinking a Lion Stout from Sri Lanka, and it's 8.8%, and it's an export stout.
Awesome. And I think I've had that before, but they changed the label recently and started canning their beer, so it looks a lot different than what I remember. All right, and last but definitely not least, we've got Ronald Terrio. What stout you got this morning?
I have Cafe. Michael thought I was kidding with him earlier, and I asked the name of it. Cafe.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, Cafe is a coffee stout from Louisiana from a company called Urban South, and it's 7% alcohol, 24 international bitterness units. It's made for the winter time.
All right. Sounds good. That's good. And I have got the Dino S'mores. This is a Russian Imperial Stout from Off Color Brewing in Chicago, Illinois. It is 10.5% alcohol, 40 IBUs, and it is made with Pale Vienna wheat, Caratu, extra special, flaked oats, dark chocolate, black and roasted barley malt, uses nugget hops, and it also has marshmallow, vanilla bean, molasses, graham flour, and cocoa nibs added. So it sounds like a awesome stout, at least to me. So I'll go ahead and crack it open. Let's give our stouts a pour if you haven't already done so, and we will go back to Alex here in just a second. Really quick, I'm going to go to the chat. We've got Farmall Fanatic watching. He says hello. Hey, Farmall, thanks for tuning in. Thrash Metal is tuning in. Says cheers to everyone. Cheers to you, Thrash. Robert the Whiskey Scout is tuning in. Says good morning. Good morning to you, Robert. And Jeremy Vincent is also in the chat. So, hey, Jeremy.
You got to watch that guy.
Yeah, he's trouble.
He's very much so.
All right, so Alex, you're up. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that stout from Narragansett.
Well, it's very tasty. I only have one more can left because it's very good. Very sweet.
Now, did you drink the other ones before you came on today?
My book. Oh, that was a couple of weeks ago. I did.
Oh, okay.
I have one more left, which is right in front of me, but I'm not drinking that because I didn't put it in the fridge. So, yeah. So this is really going to be good. It's very sweet to me. I like it. I don't like coffee, but I like coffee beers. So I don't get that. Now I think it's time to do the taste challenge.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Very tasty. I could taste the malts, the chocolate malts or coffee malts right at front once you drink it. Would you say that, John, or no?
Yeah. I've only had it once, but yeah, I thought it was pretty enjoyable. It's a lot lighter than what I'm used to, but it's a good stout.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, I drink a couple on most of the cans, so I would say it's good.
All right, let's see. I'm going to add the Whiskey Scout to this really quick, so we will go to Jeremy. So while I'm trying to do this, so Jeremy, go ahead and start describing your stout for us.
Take the floor, Jeremy.
Okay, it's totally dark. You can't see through it. I think the light is absorbed by this darkness here in the room, and it did have a light finger head on it, but it's just faded now. Lightly carbonated. Let me get a note on that. Nose on this one. Okay, mainly right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee on this one. Roasted malts, little biscuity smell in there. And you're getting that lactose, that vanilla cream smell too. But that's about all I'm getting out of this one. Let's do the taste in and see why this is going to go over. It's a real light-bodied beer, but that may not be a bad thing if you're going to drink these all day. If you're not going to drink them all day, if you want something that's got a lot of more boldness, this is not the one for you. But it's really blended good. It's very nice. You got a lot of the coffee coming through, and you got a lot of the lactose and the sugar coming through, and a little bit of sweetness, but it's not too overly sweet. It's a perfectly balanced milk stout, in my opinion.
All right.
Very well done.
Sounds good. And with a name like that, you can't go wrong, right?
All right, you got to get up to get down. Stout Sunday.
All right. Let's go to Michael and see how that Lion Stout is treating you.
At the head, it has dissipated to almost very small head. It's tan, but it was up here at the beginning, so it has gone down. It's also very dark brown in color. Let me get the nose on it. Again, roasted malts, very roasty. Nice nose though. Let me give it a taste. It's medium to full body, and the taste does follow the nose. You get the roasted malts in the first sip. For 8.8% alcohol, it is very well muted. It tastes more like a straight stout. You really can't taste the alcohol at all. This would be, as they say, a dangerous beer. I'm enjoying it, and I will give you a number down the road.
Same with me.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Ron, we are up to you. Tell us about your stout.
Well, it had a pretty thick head, which dissipated as y'all were talking, and it was beige, and the appearance is very dark brown with brown highlights at the edges. The aroma is coffee, dark malt, cream. So think of dark chocolate, or let's say milk chocolate, dark coffee, cream, the taste. Those same elements. If you don't like milk chocolate, and if you don't like cream and coffee, and you don't like a dark roasted flavor, then you're not going to like it. But if you like all those things, which I do, then you would like it. So I think it's going to get a good score. And I've had it before, and I did a solo review of it.
All right. Let's see. Robert, I think I added you. I'm sending you an email as well, because I think that's how you usually try to get on these things here. Let's see. All right. Well, in the meantime, gave mine a pour. Pretty much a black appearance. It poured with about a half finger head, which is dissipated. The aroma is very nice. Definitely getting dark roasted barley malt. So some toasted bread notes, some chocolate, some vanilla as well. I'm not really picking up like any graham cracker or marshmallow on the aroma, but it smells like a really good stout. And I'm not smelling any alcohol at 10.5%. You might expect to, but I'm not. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Drink up.
Drink up. You got to drink up to drink down.
Not to fall down. No.
Keep it up, Ron. You're playing.
So the marshmallow's coming through on the palate. I wasn't picking it up on the aroma, but definitely some marshmallow on the palate, which is very enjoyable paired with the chocolate. Let's see, graham cracker. Am I getting graham cracker? A little bit of graham cracker, but maybe not as much as I would like, because if this is supposed to taste like a s'mores, it's almost there, but the graham cracker is kind of missing a little bit. But the marshmallow is definitely there, and the chocolate, vanilla. Molasses is also in this. I'm not really tasting any molasses, but it is a sweeter stout, so it's definitely not. I'm definitely not getting the 40 IBUs with this. I think those are just there more to balance it out, because otherwise it would be extremely sweet and probably difficult to drink. But very enjoyable. No alcohol really on the palate or in the finish. I mean, you could tell it's a higher ABV. I mean, I would never guess 10.5, but if I had to guess, I would say maybe like 7. So the alcohol is masked very well. Very enjoyable, and I think it's going to get pretty high score for me. So we will go back around to Alex here.
Alex.
Hey, hold on. Did any of y'all ever try the Shiner s'mores?
No, I have not seen it yet.
Oh, man, it's so common here. Oh, so common here. All right.
It's common here, but I haven't tried it either.
What do you need, John? You said, what do you want me to do now?
You got to chug a beer. No, I'm kidding.
No. All right, so we're just going back around and just talk a little bit more about the Narragansett Autocrat Milk Stout and how is it tasting. And if you want to go ahead and give a final rating, you can do that. All right, so Robert, I sent you an email as well with the link, so please join us if you want to. You should have access now.
John, I would give this a 5 or something like that, because this is very good, at least in my opinion.
5 out of 5?
Yeah, I would love, because I like it. I really do, even though I'm not a coffee person.
So Alex, where would you put that in numbers? I guess that's between 90 and 100, because 100 would be a straight 5. So
yeah, I would have to say that. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to give it 100 or you want to give it a 99? What do you want to do?
I think I'll give it a 99 this time around.
Okay.
All right. So Robert, the Whiskey Scout, has joined us. Cheers, Robert. How are you?
Hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey guys, nice to be here.
Glad you could join us on this fine Sunday morning. So
Hey,
why don't you go ahead and, since you haven't shown us what you've got, why don't you go ahead and show us your stout or porter?
Yeah, this
and,
is a porter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know like you guys do about IBUs and all that stuff. I'm kind of not, just don't know. The ABV is 6.5%, and it tastes like it. The head's already dissipated. It was very had a lot of very carbonaceous. I poured it, it fizzed, the head built, and then it dropped pretty quick, and then it's still a few bubbles coming, but it's kind of dark. And it's the first porter I've ever had.
Really? Wow. How does it taste?
It's not as strong as some of the stouts I've had, believe it or not. A lot of vanilla. And I don't know if they do this in barrel or not. I mean, if it's matured in any barrel or not, but it just kind of got a little woody note to it. But I don't know. It may just be me.
What kind of woody notes does it have?
It's not like a whiskey barrel. It's just.
And what's the name of it again? The Meantime what?
It's a Meantime London Porter.
Okay, London Porter. Okay.
Meantime.
Yeah. So it's just got kind of a little woody note. It's not like a whiskey barrel would or anything like that. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a wood note. It's not dominant. The most dominant flavor in it is vanilla by a long shot. It's got a good vanilla overtone.
Okay. Sounds pretty good.
It is. It's not bad at all. It's a little more carbonaceous than I'd like, but that's the only thing I think that I see that's awkward about it.
All right.
It gets good ratings on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's drinkable. It's very drinkable. It's just different. It's a different experience for me.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you, Robert, in a little bit if you want to try to think of some type of rating. I know you're more of a whiskey reviewer. By the way, anybody out there who has not heard of the Whiskey Scout, go check out his channel. He puts out great whiskey reviews. His palate is so well defined, it's ridiculous. When it comes to describing some of the whiskeys that he drinks.
You drink enough, you get good at it.
Right.
Right.
All right. So we'll go back to Jeremy next, and tell us how your stout is treating you, and if you want to go ahead and come up with a rating for that thing.
Well, if you keep drinking, you get good at it, or you get really bad drunk. Either one. This right here is a really well balanced coffee milk stout. One of the better ones I've tried. It's got a lot of the chocolate, coffee, vanilla cream, roasted malty. It's sort of like you would think you'd get with a coffee milk stout. And I'm going to give it a 93.
All right.
It could be, if it was a little sweeter, to me, it would be better. But hey, it's still exceptional.
Still an A. All
No
right.
doubt.
I'd like to try just to have one of those cans and with that name on it. That's just such a cool label design. I love the name. That's awesome. Got to get up to get down.
And it was hard to get up here on the spring forward,
That's true. Yeah. All right. So back to Michael Kormaroff. How's the Lion Stout treating you?
As it warms, you're getting the malts a lot more accented in this, and it's malty. But it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to give it a 95. So mine is an A also.
Wow.
I love that beer.
That's got to be good for me to give it that rating. That's good.
All right.
And it is drinkable too.
Now,
So
what percentage
so
on that?
far,
8.8.
Oh, and it's very drinkable.
That's why you got to watch out.
Yeah, you get in trouble on that one.
So far, we've all got exceptional stouts. Now to Louisiana beer reviews over there. What are you thinking about yours, Ron?
Well, I'm thinking I love it, and I'm going to give it a 94.
Wow.
All right.
Awesome, Ron.
Wow.
And it's gone.
Only thing missing,
Lacing.
yeah, the only thing I know, beautiful lacing. Only thing missing is some beignets.
Mm.
If I had 3 beignets with this, it would be perfection. Perfection.
Mm.
Awesome. I love a good beignet. And you've got the best in the world down there in Louisiana, Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is true. I have to admit. And when morning call reopens, if it ever does, I'm gonna have to go back because I used to love morning call beignets. I like Cafe Du Monde, but I prefer morning call. So. And then before we go off the air, I have to make an announcement about my channel.
Okay, Ron. Looking forward to hearing about that.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex.
All right.
Alex is excited. So
Let's go back to the chat really quick. We've got Ronnie S. is in the chat, says, get Stouty here. Thanks for tuning in, Ronnie. Turtle Man, the Irishman, is watching. Thanks for tuning in, Turtle Man. Thrash Metal says, cheers, Ronnie and Turtle. Then they're kind of talking to each other. Craig Swinson is tuning in, says, I'm drinking the new chocolate strawberry stout by Guinness. Just arrived in my area. Ooh, never heard of that
I haven't seen that yet.
Did you just say strawberry stout? Oh, I'm gonna have to. Try.
You said it.
what he said.
Did. Never heard of it. Didn't even know they were that was in the works.
John's gonna be reviewing that very soon. I guarantee it.
If I can find it, absolutely. We've got Craft Beer Pours tuning in. Says, cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
ESHLTV is tuning in. Says, cheers and good morning. Cheers to you, man. Craig says, I was joking. That doesn't exist, thankfully. Craig, come on. Man.
Come on. You can't joke on here.
Strawberry stout? What do you mean, thankfully? A strawberry stout sounds delightful.
Wait a minute. It was a joke? Great.
Yes, he was pulling our leg there.
Yeah, it was
and Trish at One Sip at a Time is tuning in, says, good morning, fellas. Good morning to you, Trish.
Morning, Trish.
She's glad to see you, Alex, on the panel. So there you go. All right. So let me, I'll go ahead and give a quick rating of mine here, and then we'll go back to the Whiskey Scout for his final thoughts. So this one here, this Dino S'mores, as it warms a little bit, it's getting more of the chocolate is coming through, and actually less of the marshmallow. More of the chocolate's coming through, less of the marshmallow. I'm still not really getting any graham cracker. It's a very malt-forward, delightful stout. It's got a lot of really good flavor, but it's not really, doesn't really taste like a s'mores. It just tastes like a really good stout. It's not really heavy for 10.5%. And the alcohol, like I said, is masked very well. Even as it warms slightly, it's really not getting any more boozy. I'm going to give it an A, but it's on the lower end for me because for what it is, a s'more stout, I think they kind of fell a little bit short with some of the flavors. It doesn't really taste like a s'mores, but it is a delightful stout nonetheless. So I'm going to go with a 92 out of 100, which is an A minus.
If it's missing the graham cracker.
Yeah, it's actually got, it doesn't have, it says it's got graham flour in it.
Graham flour. Wow, you can't be
You need graham flour in your life.
Yeah, that's very.
I guess so. And also the molasses in there. It is sweet, but like I don't really taste molasses, and it's almost like a thin mouthfeel to have molasses. And usually when you add molasses to a beer, the mouthful thickens significantly, but not with this one.
I think,
But like I said, it's still excellent, and it's still in the A range. It was $5 for the bottle, the 12-ounce bottle, and it's 10.5% for a craft beer like this. I don't think that's really a bad value.
No.
well,
How much?
It was $5 for the 12-ounce bottle.
That's a lot of money.
Well, it is 10.5%. It's it's got a lot of ingredients, a lot of stuff going on with it. So
got that gram flour. What are you talking about?
John?
yeah, gram flour is not cheap.
That would push mine to 99 too, like Alex.
Lion Stout, $1.61 at the food co-op.
Wow.
That's my
not
kind
That's very right.
Now it's at the food co-op. If you went out and bought it, it would be $2.50 in a regular store.
You drove all the way up to where Michael lives, you could get it for that.
And if they do make it still in bottles, that's more expensive too. The cans are cheaper.
Okay.
Wow. It's a good deal.
I've seen the cans, but not commonly.
They're harder to find. John thinks he may have had a can earlier in his career.
Well, I think I had a bottle before.
Or a bottle.
The label was completely different. Yeah, so it's possible. I don't know.
Did it have a lion on it, or you can't remember?
No, it did have a lion, but the label was different, and the lion, it was a different lion. So I don't know.
Totally different then. It
was
was
a completely
exactly the
different
same, but totally different.
Oh, so let's see. We got to go back to Robert over there with that Meantime Porter. You think you might be able to conjure up a rating for that thing?
Yeah, it's porters were the precursor, if I read right, to stouts when I was
Correct.
doing research
Yes,
on
right.
it.
That's
Okay,
right.
it's not stoutish enough for me. To me, it'd be a B plus because I did too much carbonation in it for me. I do like the little bit of bitterness it leaves on the side of my tongue after a little while. It just dwells there. It's not overwhelming. It just kind of lingers there, and it's not like a IPA or really super bitter thing, but there is a little bitterness that just stays there. And that to me is good. I mean, I really enjoy that. But other than the barley, there is a little bit of that dark barley. I finally get that on it. But it's not chocolatey like some stouts are. So, and I think the carbonation is what holds it back because when I poured it, it was just, it was just heavily carbonation. But the head fell so quick, it was kind of odd. So, anyway, yeah, I'll say B plus.
Would you put that 87, 88, 89? What could you give us a number?
Oh, as a number? Well, you got to remember, I'm a layman at this.
Okay.
So we're going to go with that. I will go at 88. I'll split it. Go with an 88.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah, Michael likes to have a specific number for his blog.
I keep track of all this stuff.
No,
He
that's
has like an encyclopedia of beer ratings over there.
Right.
okay.
All
But
right.
it is unusual. I enjoyed it.
Well, good. Yeah, and thanks for joining, Robert. We're glad to have you.
Thank you for inviting.
Absolutely, anytime.
You
So
can
before
anytime.
we get off air here, we've got Ronald has an announcement, something exciting, I think, maybe coming up on his channel.
First thing, there was not an announcement. I was reading about Lion Brewery while y'all were talking, and I was listening to everything too. Michael, a man named Sir Samuel Baker ran plantations in Ceylon, the British colony, and he started Lion Brewery in the 1880s. That's how old it is. And they make a huge amount of beers that we can't get, which, that's the typical thing. They make all these beers we can't get. We get one of them and not the rest. So it's very interesting. Well, I have a lot of whiskey, a lot of rum, and some cognac. That's the good news. The bad news is I'm so backlogged on what I've popped open that I just cannot. I was thinking about this morning. I was so distressed about it. I cannot break open a new bottle until I process through what I've broken open already. I've got to taste challenge all these things down and I've scheduled it all the way through the end of March. And I was looking at that schedule and I said, this is just dipping into it a little bit. I've got to go through all this stuff. And I think that a taste challenge is a very good exercise, because I'm getting to the point now where I'm guessing which is which on aroma only. Uh-oh.
It's ain't gonna be one of these John deals.
Love is in the air. I'm guessing this on aroma only at this point now. It's getting to, so I think that's a good exercise doing the taste challenges. John nearly knows what I'm talking about. I'm doing it with the beer, but I've got to process through what I've broken open. So I don't want people to get upset that I'm not breaking open new whiskeys and brandy and rum, but I've got to process through these taste challenges. I cannot do everything at once. If I could somehow figure out a way to do it, I would, but I can't. I'm sorry, people. But you might enjoy the taste challenges, especially if I'm able to get them on aroma only, which to me is impressive. Not to me. I don't think it's a compliment to myself. I think it's a compliment to the products, because I think most people out there that do this, after a while, they would start to get to where they would hit it on aroma only. I don't think it's me personally. It's the products that are more differentiated than some people might give them credit for being. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, and I agree, and I think Robert would agree as well. But especially when you can get it on aroma alone, and there's a clear winner before you even get to the taste. That's pretty impressive.
Aroma works a lot of times, but it's only takes you halfway there. Because I have some scotches, especially, where the nose is nothing, absolutely nothing like the palate. Now, a lot of them follow.
I understand that.
No.
I understand that. But what's been happening lately, I've been hitting it on aroma only as far as telling which was which.
Yeah.
Which.
Okay, I see. Now, yes, you're right.
Like I'm sitting there sniffing and saying, this is this, and it's happening in a second. Now, you're right. The flavor, now to determine which is better, you've got to go through the whole protocol. But and the reason I'm bringing it up, and this would apply to beer as well, because I did that yesterday morning with 2 beers, and I hit it on aroma only. They have people out there that'll make a contention that it's all the same. It's all the same. And I'm thinking, and I'm saying, no. It is not.
Not the same at all.
No, and you're right too, because if you watch my inexpensive
yes, that was
Scotch reviews, you'll notice that every time Teachers comes up in that, I can pick Teachers out. I mean, just instantly, and that's why it was a winner. I like it a lot anyway. As far as inexpensive scotches go, it's one of my favorites. But it became sort of unfair, you know.
Wait, say that again. It became sort of what?
It became sort of unfair because I can nail that aroma right off, and there's none of those other ones that I like as much as that. So when you notice my winner, I don't know if you went that far, because I know you don't watch a lot of it because you haven't tried some of them.
Right, yeah, that was the problem.
I chose my second as my real winner because I didn't realize it would be so one-sided. Whenever I put Teachers in there, I mean, it hits all my pleasure centers for an inexpensive scotch, and it overcomes everything. And I can do it on aroma. And you're right. But then you've got other scotches that and even bourbons, and you smell it, then you taste it, and the palate does not follow the nose.
That is common. That is common. But, and this is not a shot against Michael Cromer.
No, I hijacked this. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm about to say not at all. This is not a shot against Michael Cromer, because I know Michael Cromer does not care for mass-produced beers, and that's fine, because like I've said, the whole worldview of my channel, like literally the worldview of my channel, is people should drink whatever they want to drink. But a lot of people will say, oh, macro beers, they're all the same. It's all the same yellow fizzy stuff. It's swill. And I would rather drink. I'm not even going to say what they'd rather drink. Okay. Look. Let me say this, people, live on air. I am getting to where I'm taking Keystone Ice and I'm hitting it on aroma only. And it's got a distinct banana note. Now, there's no way they're all the same if I'm doing it in a blind taste test. And then I have other people saying you're staging it. It's set up. It's a setup, like it's a fake blind taste. I said, wow, you must really have no life to sit there and try to fake a blind taste test between Keystone Ice and natural ice. My life is not that empty that I would do that.
Hey, Ron, I don't think there's any way of faking that. I don't believe that at all, Ron.
I guess there'd be some kind of way to do it, but being that I'm not insane, and secondly, that I don't care enough about it to try to ever fake it,
right?
That the critics' viewpoints are totally invalid. Not to mention the third component of this is that I've given an open invitation without limitation except for a 30-minute time limit that any critic can come on my channel live and have the floor for 30 minutes. Now that's a great bargain.
Yeah.
How many beer reviewers will offer that opportunity?
Well, I support you all the way, so I don't need to do that. So
no, but you could if you somehow wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, you're getting better at picking up on all the smells of the beer and whiskey and all that, and I'm not there yet on that for sure. But that's amazing.
It is amazing to me, and it does come with time. It's not going to happen overnight. You can't just get into it and then you start to, but you can. It will happen that you can start tasting, and then it's like a flower, and you pull off a petal, or an artichoke, and you're pulling off each petal, and each time you go to the next level, it gets a little more complex.
Mm-hmm.
And but now, the last point is that there is no greater goal. Okay, now that's a problem people have. Is like they're on this great quest. What are you going to achieve? What's the goal? My attitude has always been, there is no goal, and I'm not trying to achieve anything. It's a fun hobby, but there's no great goal, and I'm not on a quest. So that's where I've run into problems with other people who they take exception to the fact that I'm not on a great quest. I'm sorry, it's just for fun, and if I was doing macaroni and cheese, it would be the same thing. It would not be a great quest. It would just be tasting various macaroni and cheese packaged brands.
Hey, Ron, basically what you're saying is that you're enjoying your channel. You're enjoying everything about it. So that's all you're doing.
Right. But one notorious commenter made the famous statement on Chad's beer reviews. Reviewing beer is not about having fun. That's my favorite notorious comment.
But Ron, about having fun now. I wish people would understand that.
If you can't do anything in life and not have fun doing it, then why do it? That's the way I
and then his point that he brought up to back up his contention was, if you were having brain surgery, would you just want anybody doing that on your brain? And so Chad's response was, so you're comparing test years to brain surgery?
That has nothing to do with that.
Totally invalidated his insanity. I said, well, Chad, that's a great video to watch called Chad versus the Beer Police.
Drink beer, solve world peace.
It's nothing to do with beer. I hate to say that, but it's nothing to do with it.
Maybe you can get a degree in this. Maybe you can get a degree. You go online and you get your degree on a beer.
Well, you can get a certificate. If you want to go pay for that, you can get you can buy a certificate. In fact, I will give you one if you'd like.
Right.
Hey, I'll be certified.
Pay somebody to tell us how we should drink and enjoy our beer. No thanks.
All right, Johnny. Sorry for going hog wild, but I like to bring up those what I consider salient points.
That's right. Stout Sunday is about enjoying the beer and discussing other alcohol-related topics. So we're all good. We're going to go back to the chat real quick here before we end this thing. So we've got Trish over there at One Sip at a Time saying she's got to go make waffles. She hates the time change. Cheers to Sunday morning beers. And then Jeremy says, make us some waffles too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them.
Yeah, I like waffles.
So Shane Fudge is tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, Shane. He says that Shiner S'mores beer is such an awesome sweet dessert beer. I've heard a lot of good things about that, Shane, but unfortunately, I still haven't really seen it.
It is so good. Shane and I had it on draft and from the bottle.
Ooh, draft. I'm sure it's awesome on
Did you
draft.
have it on draft? Hold on, guys. Where did you have it on draft, Ron?
Well, Alex, let me tell you this. At the brewery in Shiner, Texas.
Oh, nice.
All right.
And it was free, but
So Shane says, yeah, it's quite tasty. I've only got one left out of the 2 6-packs that I purchased, so it must be pretty good. And all right. So that is that's pretty much it for the chat. We're going to go ahead and wrap this edition of Stout Sunday up. Thank you, Alex, Jeremy, Michael, Robert, the Whiskey Scout, and Ronald Terrio of Louisiana Beer Reviews. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, John, before you shut off, I want to say I hope everybody tunes in for next Sunday. I'm hoping to be here next Sunday as well.
All right. Sounds great, Alex. We enjoy having you. You're welcome anytime. And that goes for everybody.
Sunday is St. Patrick's Day.
I need to ask you some things, John, but that's kind of personal. Are we going off? Are we going off?
Yeah, we're gonna go off air here. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all the viewers in the chat and to the panel as always. So hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday, and until next time, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Get stout.
Take care.